Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serenity. Hey, I know it's been 2 weeks. Let me explain myself. So I had a whole vlog that I was ready to post and edit. Y'all, the quality just wasn't there. As you can see, the quality is a lot better, I would say. Like, the lighting's a lot better. I am still recording on my phone, but I got myself a little tripod. She's doing big things, y'all. She's an adult. She has adult money. She spends it. But anyways, so I just thought it would be a lot better to record here and give you guys a better like atmosphere. As you can see, my bookcase looks a lot more empty. It's because I did a TBR cart, which was also in the vlog. I'm really proud of my TBR cart, so I'm probably gonna do like a video overlay to show you guys. It's really cute, and I have a lot more books, guys, so I'm really excited because my book collection is growing, and that's just exciting for myself. So the plan for this video is just to do a cute little like January recap. I know it's late because it's already the 4th, but hey, y'all, better late than never. And then I wanted to do I have my TBR jar, which I made also in the vlog, but it's okay. I'll probably decorate it more with you guys. And I also have a reading journal that I want to decorate too, so that will be in the next vlog that I plan to film this week and post next week. So thank you. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. And I was in a little like not a book slump. I was in just like an energy slump, you know what I mean? Like just one of them days that a girl goes through, you know what I mean? Like I just didn't want to do anything. I was literally in my bonnet the whole vlog, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to put that on the internet, but it's okay, we're here. So this is my temporary reading journal. Like I mentioned earlier, I did get an actual like dotted journal, I think that's what it's called, but this like this journal I got from Target. It's really cute. So if you guys don't want to do like a whole like journal, there is this like planner almost type of thing. It says I'm booked all week. It's a book lovers journal, and I got it from Target. Yeah, this was before, you know, if you know, you know. So I don't know if y'all want to get it from Target, but I'm sure there's like other places you can get it from too. Like, anyways, so it's really cute. So it has like the book title, the author, and then like your ratings, and then it just asks you like a couple questions. So very low stakes, and you don't have to like draw anything. It's all there for you, you know? So it's really cute. I've been using this to keep track of my books. Speaking of my books, so in January I read a total of 3 books. Let me just stack them. I read 3 books. This thick one, I count as 2, okay? It's basically almost 3 books in one, so I'm pretty proud of myself for the amount I've read. This is like my thickest book I have on my TBR, so hopefully I can read more than 3 next month. I know February's shorter, but we'll see. Me doing these vlogs will motivate me to read. Okay, so the first book that we read in January was Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson. Such a good book, guys. I gave this book a 5-star. If you don't know, Bryan Stevenson is one of the most well-known attorneys of our time. He founded the Equal Justice Initiative, which fights to end mass incarceration and cruel and unusual punishment. 5 stars, guys. One of the best books I've read. I read parts of this book when I was still in school, when I had to for class, so I wanted to reread this as an adult. And it's also a movie with Michael B. Jordan, so I hope to watch the movie and maybe I can vlog that too. It's such a good book. I definitely want to probably reread this and keep this. Like, this is like one of the books that I will forever hold on to, and hopefully my kid can read it. And honestly, we'll see if like mistreatment of the condemned like this still happens, because we are still fighting to end mass incarceration and still fighting to end Cruel and Unusual Punishment, and this book was written in the 2010s, and it's 2025, and we're still talking about the same stuff, like police brutality. We're still talking about non-violent crimes getting like a sentence that definitely is not deserved, getting resources in prisons. It definitely is very emotional and is not for the faint of heart. There's also not a lot of dialogue in this book because I would consider this book a scholarly source. So there's not a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of legal terms. There's a lot of jargon. There's a lot of, like, it talks a lot about like how prison systems work. It talks about the process of when Brian goes and visits his victims, and they're called victims. So my highlights of this book. So this is the summary that I wrote. So Just Mercy is about Walter McLennan, who was a man who was charged of a crime he did not commit. He was charged with murdering a young girl in his town, and he literally did not do it. Like, if you read this book, like, it's not really a spoiler because you can look it up and you can watch the movie. Literally did not do it. Like, there were so many like times in this book where I got so mad because you could literally, like, his case, or like the state's case, was like basically off of like their only proof was like this guy and like his testimony, Ralph's testimony, and you can literally tell he was lying because he kept like changing his story, but the police like literally like fed him the information to be like, oh yeah, that's like Walter's car, oh yeah, like I saw Walter come out, like, and Walter was literally at home with his family, and there's like not millions, but there's multiple like sources saying that they saw Walter at home at the time of this murder. They catch who murdered Barbara. I think that's her name, don't quote me on it, but they catch who murdered the young lady, and that's how finally Walter was freed. But he was on death row for like a really long time while he was like waiting for his time to come. It talks a lot. The story also explores like not just Walter's story, but you get to learn a lot about the women in prison, how they're treated, kids in prison. Like there's multiple stories of kids being as young as 13, 12 being sentenced to death row or sentenced to life imprisonment for something that they did when they were like 12, 13 years old. And they don't get, like, some of them he frees, some of them like there's a lot of like sad stories in here, so definitely check your trigger warnings before you read this book. There's a lot of trigger warnings, so definitely check your trigger warnings before you read the book. But it's a really good book, guys. I gave it a 5 stars. If I didn't say that already, I was ugly crying, I was mad, I was happy, I was sad, I was going through all the emotions. And I just like this book because it inspired me for the new year, reminded me about our culture, our struggle, and our continued fight. And it made me feel all the emotions. I'm literally reading my summary, which is nice because you can like reread this and be like, oh my god, I want to read this again. Okay, so that was, if you have any questions about Just Mercy too, please let me know in the comments because I think I'm like all over the place when I do these book reviews. I've said it before, I'm all over the place in general. So if I missed something out, or if you read the book, please let me know. I love this book. I definitely want to reread this. The second book I read, so we went from a 5-star, was Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio. And I've heard that she is a really good author, so I think she wrote If We Were Villains. Yes, If We Were Villains. And I heard it's really good, so I definitely want to give her another chance. This was just a novella, and it was a part of the buy one get one 50% off, and it sounded really cool. So this is a gothic novel, and I like gothic, I like eerie books. I read The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. That was really good for me. I think I gave that like a 3-4 stars, and it was like just like that weird like eerie feeling, you know, like it was a little scary. This one, I think it all takes place in one night, and it's from multiple point of views, which I don't think we needed. And it's still weird because it's a novella, so obviously you don't get a lot of information. And I did it to myself, y'all. It's nothing on the author. I think she literally wrote that she wrote this when she couldn't sleep, like when she was like having insomnia. So I did it to myself. I thought the cover was cool, that's why I picked it up too. And I went into it kind of blind because it's really short, but it's about 5 night shifters who solve the case of the gravedigger and threaten to expose a scandal. I felt like nothing happened at all. I don't know. I really have no thoughts, you guys. I literally am having trouble remembering it. I'm definitely going to unhaul this once my bookcase gets full. I can't recommend this. It definitely was eerie. It definitely gave like the weird vibes, but it also gave nothing at all at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. But I definitely want to give this author another try. So if I see her book, I will pick it up. If We Were Villains, I'm not sure if she's read anything else. Please let me know if you read this and if you have the same thoughts, because I don't know if I'm going crazy, but I also read some reviews on Good Reviews, and I think one of them was like, this absolutely nothing happened. And I agree. Like at the end, it was interesting because it was like one of the characters was like, I'm gonna expose you, but then that was it. That was the end. But this is a novella. I've read the Akatart novella, and I thought that was good. Yeah, you guys, let's move on. The last book, A Court of Silver Flames. Like I said, I definitely count this as 2 or 3 books in one. You guys, at first, and I did a whole vlog on finishing this book, and I had so many thoughts, and I literally, it's fine, but it's fine. I gave this book a 4 stars. 4.5. I'm gonna say 4.5. It definitely didn't give me all the feels like book 3 and 4 did. Those books were 5 stars. I definitely got teary-eyed while I was reading some parts of this, and I thought the ending was really cute, but I can't believe this is the last book, guys. Like, how is this the last book of this series? Sarah, please. I want to know about Moore's story. I want to know about Elaine. Like, Israel, like, please, Sarah. If you're seeing this, please, I need like a spin-off or something. This can't be the last one. I'm so sad because this is like the first series that really got me into fantasy. So good. But anyways, it's okay. All good things I have to go to an end. But anyways, so 4 stars, 4.5. I gave it a 4.5 because the ending was really cute, and I liked when we got there. You know what I mean? Like, the reason why it's a 4 stars, I'm taking points away, is because I felt like the beginning was a little draggy, and I think I understand why. I think it's because it's from Nesta and Cassian, but really it's Nesta's point of view at the beginning, and it's about like her journey and like all the trauma she's faced from the war, so we had to like build up that storyline. But I felt like we were in the same setting for a while, so I think there wasn't as much action as book 3 and book 4. And I'm not saying book 2 and book 3, Book 4 is the novella. Sorry, book 2 and book 3 was 5 stars for me. Felt like we were in the same setting, and I felt like it was dragging. But I definitely liked the woman empowerment themes. I liked the self-love themes. I loved when Nesta and Cassian, I liked their love story when we finally got there. And if you read the book, you know, I'm not going to spoil anything because this is the last book. But yeah, it just felt really long at the beginning. I think I started highlighting, or sorry, started annotating on page 400. So that is like the last, like, not even half of the book is when it started getting interesting for me. Like, it was still a good time, and I still, like, I didn't DNF it. It was still good. It just, I felt like we could have done without, maybe if this book was like 100 pages less, I probably would have enjoyed it more, and if it gave me more of the feels like the other books. But it's okay. I love Sarah. I'm excited to read her other series too, but I am gonna read a different series, and then I'll probably pick up her next. I'm thinking the Thorn of Glass series, the Crescent City series I heard was okay, but I mean, I'll see for myself because I think it just depends on your taste, honestly. But yeah, so those were the books I read, guys. I'm so excited. It was a good time. I had a good time. January was good. I had a 5-star. I had all the feels. I had a 5-star, a 4-star, and a 2. Honestly, a 2 is nice. 1.5 stars, honestly, I'm sorry. If you've enjoyed this book, I'm sorry. You know, it's just off of preference, all off of preference. There's been books where I thought was amazing and booktubers said it was trash. So it's just all based off of preference. I did start this book, the Book of the Witching. Let me look when I started it. I started on the 27th, and I'm almost done. I'm literally like this much. So I'm definitely gonna finish this today. If not today, tomorrow the latest, and then we can start on our TBR. So the Book of the Witching, I'm gonna count this as a February read, okay? Did I start this in January? Yes. Will I count it in February? Yes. Not too much on your girl now, okay? I count this. I'm probably gonna talk about it more during my February wrap up, but it's a quick read. That's all I can say. It's definitely a quick read. I feel like I'm flying through it. If I was more dedicated to reading, like after work, I probably would have been done by now. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine, you know? I work. I get tired. Sometimes I don't want to read after work, and that's okay. You know? That's okay. There's no competition. I'm so excited, guys. Okay, so now we're going to do our TBR jar. Let's pick out, I think we're going to pick out 4 books because we're reading this one. So I think we're going to pick out 4 books, and that will give me a wiggle room of like which books I want to read, because I'm kind of a mood reader, but not as like strict, because I can commit to reading 1 book at a time. I don't feel the need to like read a different book when I read 1 book, but I am a low-key mood reader. I don't know, I just think it will give me a little bit of wiggle room. But anyways, so our first book we are gonna read, I can't remember like the tabs, but I want to get through all of these before I do a different TBR, but we'll see. I might do like a board game TBR. We'll see. There's just a lot that's up in there, but okay. What does it say, guys? What does it say? $500+ page book in February. Okay. In the shortest month. Okay. Okay, so I think we might be starting a fantasy series overall, because I think, oh, my husband's gonna be so happy that I picked this. Okay, so we have Mistborn, which if you watched my book haul, I got this at Barnes last month, and my husband picked it out, and it's a chunker. It's 500. I just read an 800 page book, so not too much on your girl. I literally said I'm not gonna start another fantasy series, but here we are with the first books of 2 fantasy series. So Mistborn I talked about on my channel. I think this series is a lot more well known. I haven't seen anyone talk about this book. It's another series. I'm not sure how many books is in this one, but it's called Forging Silver into Stars, and it's by Bridget Kemmerer. It's really cute. Okay, the back of the book says, forbidden magic, secret romance, dangerous alliances. It says, as tensions flare throughout the kingdom, it won't be long before everyone must choose a side. War is brewing, passions are building, and magics may doom or save them all. I think I'm reading... Ooh, okay. So, riveting story filled with tears, betrayal, and tender romance. Ooh, a romantasy. Unforgettable characters and representation that is so rare. Baby, you had me at representation. Okay? Oh, and I love the sprayed edges. Okay, I think I'm leaning towards this book. This was one of my first books I did pick up. I think I picked this up in like summertime, so it's been a couple months on my bookshelf. So I think I'm gonna do this one. Mistborn, Bryan Stevenson. This one's only I think there's only 2 books. I think I can commit to that. I'm sorry, baby, hubby. We'll pick that up soon. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the first book of our February TBR. I'm so excited. It's so okay, yeah. Definitely would be a cute book to pick up after this book too. And I was like, this is gonna be a quick video. Okay, our next one we're gonna pick up. I think I was being nosy because this one feels like it's already unraveled a little bit because I like to practice. What does that say? TBR book. Oh, longest book on TBR. Longest book on TBR. That is gonna be our Miss Bunny. Okay, I think I got Bunny first before I got Black Shield Maiden. Yes, so Bunny. We're gonna do Bunny. I think this one's the longest one, and then our second longest one is the Black Shield Maiden. So this is our second pick. Some of them are very straightforward. So Bunny, I heard, was interesting. It's pink for February. I don't even remember what this one's about. I just remember people said it's weird, it gives cult vibes, so we'll see. So a wild, audacious, and ultimately unforgettable novel by one of the most innovative and original authors out there. So we're gonna read, our second pick is Bunny by Mona Awad. 13 Ways of Looking at a Fat Girl. Ooh. I heard she's a good author, and I think I picked up this book, can't remember, but one of the booktubers I watched recommended it, and so it was on my list, and then I saw it on the buy one get one 50% off table. I think I bought this at the same time as this one, so I'm glad we're getting through our older books that's been on the TBR for a long time. But anyways, she said that the Barnes & Noble sales associate said this was her favorite author. So I was like, okay girl, it better be good. It's a short read too. There's only 300 pages. Yeah, there's only 300 pages. I just can't. I think I'm gonna go into this kind of blind guy. It says, a work of toothsome and feigned intelligence, wickedly hilarious, deliciously evil. Awad is a stone cold genius. Okay. I think she also wrote Rouge, and I heard that was really good too. So again, if I like her, I'll probably read her backlist. So I'm excited. Yeah, it's giving culty, and I'm reading another book that gives culty, so I just love a good culty book. I don't know what this would qualify for. Probably I don't know. We will look it up later what the tag is, but we're gonna do our third book. Yeah, some of these are already unraveled because I was nosy and I just like to have a good time, okay? Okay, so here we go. What does it say? Does this even help? This doesn't even help because you guys can't even read it. Oldest living author. Okay, we have 3. Okay, Stephen King. I think Stephen King is like older, right? He's been in the game for a while, so I'm assuming he's older. Brandon Sanderson, Misery. No, Stephen King, Misery. Oh yeah, he's definitely, yeah. Hold on, not to put you on blast, Stephen, but he's definitely. I don't read a lot about male authors too. I don't read a lot of books by male authors. So we got Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Probably not going to go with this one because we're already starting another series. Sorry, hubby. Then we also have Crazy Hawk by R.J. Stewart. This book I got from Amazon, and I think I was buying a different book, and this was on my suggested list. I think this is like not a well-known author, so I don't know what this one's really about because there's not really a synopsis. So there's that. Usually the synopsis is like here on the hardcover, or like your author, like there's nothing there, and then there's like just blurbs on the back. So Deidre lives for one purpose, to get her sister back. If she has to kill the kidnappers, that won't be a problem. She's good at that. I think this is a thriller. I think we're gonna go with this one, Crazy Hawk, because it's been on our TBR longer. So I just got this. I just got Misery in my last haul, so I definitely want to give my older books a try. So I'm gonna do this one. This is the last book. It's kind of sad. It's the last one. Okay. Ooh, this one I didn't be nosy on. It's still wrapped pretty tightly. Okay. Dude, these slips are so long. Ooh, okay. Least favorite color on the cover. I'm gonna go with Fast. Only because the color is gray. All my other books are pretty like colorful. And I'm also picking this book. I didn't even like get to show you guys I got this, but I ordered this off of Amazon because it's not carried in Barnes & Noble. But I've heard really good things about this book. It's also, I believe, a romance, and I heard I'm gonna feel all the feels. So I definitely think I might annotate this one because it's highly anticipated. I think a majority of my booktubers I've watched that reads romance really likes this one. And I think if you guys remember, I've been trying to get into my my contemporary romance, my romance bag. I definitely want to pick up the next romance I'm going to pick up is A Part of Your World, so you'll probably see that in my next vlog. We'll see. I definitely want to read that book, but this one I literally just bought on Amazon when I bought like my chair and stuff. So yeah, so Fast. A guy who is quick to engage in sexual activities, oftentimes used to shame, oftentimes used to blame victims for their own abuse. After the untimely death of her mother, Caprice Lattimore has to move in with her grandmother. At 8 years old, life as she knows it turns upside down. The trauma of losing her mother is made worse with the introduction of Marcel, her grandmother's adult son, who still lives in home. Oh, wow. So it's a standalone that spans 20 years, separated into 3 acts. We watch Caprice grow from 8 years old to 16 years old to 28 years old. She gets hurt, she falls in love, she grows, and she just might overcome. Check your triggers for this book. I definitely have to check my triggers too, but I think it's going to be a quick read because the text of it is very big. But yeah, I'm really excited. Okay. Ooh, I wonder which one I'm going to pick up next. Okay, I think we did really good, guys. So this is our February TBR. I will update you guys at the end of the month and give you my thoughts. I'm really gonna try to get to all of these. If not, then at least 3 of them, because then that's like how much I usually read, is 4 books a month. But I'm really excited. I'm excited to get new books to replace these ones that I'm gonna read. But I think we did really good. Look at the colors. By the way, this purple is really cute. So we have a fantasy, a cultish book, a thriller, and a romance. Contemporary romance, I would say. So we have a lot of choices. I don't know which one I'm gonna read next, but I will definitely update you guys. This is our TBR jar, so I plan to do more TBR prompts. I have a lot of prompts, guys, so I'm planning to read a lot. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you've read any of these books, let me know. Let me know what I'm gonna be into. Let me know what I'm gonna be getting myself into. I hope you guys do some self-care. I hope you read a lot of books. I hope you buy a lot of books. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching. Sorry again that this video is late. I plan to do better. I promise, I promise. Okay, bye guys. Thank you.